Now, don't accuse me of being anti-environment or anti-clean air, but there's always a but, right? But I am. I'm just kidding. I'm against PACE loans, not the environment, or at least how PACE loans are currently structured. PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy Loans. They let you borrow money for solar, new heat, new air, roof tiles, dual pane windows, stuff like that. Now, I'm against it, so clearly I must be against things that help the environment. That's what some people are going to get from this, but they would be wrong. I don't like how PACE loans are structured. For example, there is zero ability to repay. There's no QM. So Congress passes and you adhere to more strict guidelines where you have to ensure that the person borrowing the money can actually make the freaking payment, right? And has QM come at a cost to you and your clients? Well, you bet your ass it has. Because we've had a slower recovery, and some folks who probably could and would make a house payment have not been able to get financing. Meaning, we collectively, courtesy of QM, have denied home ownership to thousands of Americans because getting a loan right was more important than just getting it done. So, if you agree or disagree with QM loans, it doesn't matter, they've come at a cost, and it seems to be working since foreclosures are all the way back to where they were before this whole subprime mess. But there has been a cost, right? So these PACE loans that I'm not so fond of, they just take all of your hard work and they just chuck it right out the window. They just crap on all the sacrifices that you've made with these policies. Because now you can throw a massive second payment on a QM first that has zero, guys, I mean zero safeguards. We've brought this up before, so why are we bringing it up again? Why now? Well, if you were to believe the Wall Street Journal, $3.4 billion has been lent so far for residential projects, and industry executives predict that that total number is going to double next year. That would likely rank PACE loans as the fastest growing type of financing in the entire country. The fastest growing loan that winds back all the hard work that you guys have done on those first QM deals. Does this seem rational to you? Because it gets better. Now, true story here, guys. I have a college roommate, an old friend of mine. Now, he called me about a year ago, and he said that he was going to sell these PACE loans here in Northern California. Now, do you want to know what type of licensing he has? Honestly, he's got none. Do you know how many loans he structured before he jumped into this endeavor? Absolutely nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And you want to know how much training he had to qualify people to get these loans, these non-QM PACE loans? Absolutely nothing. You guessed it. And I'm not joking here. And now he's selling non-QM, high-risk second mortgages on your pretty clean QM loans that you wrote over the past 5-6 years. So, does this sound stupid to you? Well, it is. So check out this graph of PACE loans and the run-up that we've seen since 2012. We've gone from no PACE loans to, oh my God, amount of PACE loans. Yet, we're lending this money because it sure sounds good. Energy efficient, you go green. It's a government program. In our case, Governor Jerry Brown says that these things are great out here in California. And as a result, there's a massive appetite to buy PACE bonds because they pay great. So folks are selling these things as fast as possible. So does all this sound familiar to you? Have you heard this song before? Do you sniff another get-rich-quick type of loan that we sold to underqualified borrowers here? Sold in massive amounts over a short period of time? Only to realize later that, oops, we shouldn't have been doing this and we should have thought a little bit more before we lent all this money because these loans just aren't going to perform. Yeah, I've heard this scenario before, and you have too. But if you're not coming up with the right answer here, let me give you a little hint. Let me help you out. So here's the graph on PACE loans, which, by the way, this whole thing is going to double this year. Now, here's a graph of the last housing bubble and the run-up on subprime loans. Boy, they sure look a lot alike to me. How about you? So let's keep going here. According to the Wall Street Journal, credit worthiness matters little to lenders because loans are based on the value of the homeowner's property. PACE loans typically require no down payment, and the debt is added to the property tax bills as an assessment. This is just freaking maddening here, guys. PACE, it's just the gift that keeps on giving. And that's because it's part of the property tax bill, which means PACE takes priority over existing first liens, all those great QM loans that you guys have been doing. So if you have an FHA borrower or a conventional borrower and the home forecloses because they can't make the damn PACE payment, these stupid high-risk PACE loans get paid off before the first mortgages get paid off. You know, your clean QM first that you guys have been doing. So when these PACE loans trigger foreclosures, as they will, who's gonna get stuck floating the bill? That would be Fannie, Freddie, and HUD. They'll be the agencies that pay when these things bust. And if Fannie or Freddie or HUD pays and they can't pay because Fannie and Freddie don't have any money anymore and FHA is just hanging on by a string, which just got more sketchy because we've lowered MI once again, when they have to pay for these PACE loans that are junk, who is really going to have to pay for them? It's not a trick question here, guys. These PACE loans, when they trigger a foreclosure and kill these first mortgages, that's going to be a bailout. Yes, another bailout to Fannie, Freddie, or HUD, courtesy of PACE. And you, the taxpayer, you're the one who's going to end up floating the bill once again. Now, am I henny penny over here, telling you the sky's falling, when in fact, it's not as tenuous as I make it sound? Well, maybe, but then again, maybe is what we said the last time around. So, do your clients a favor. After they close on their home on that beautiful QM First that you're writing right now, and it's recorded, then made a public record, and people like my friend who sells these PACE loans goes out and gets those records and shows up at your client's doorsteps, promising them a great government loan that's safe and good for the environment, tell your clients to not take the bait and slam the door on my friend's face. Sorry, Steve.